Everyone, and welcome to Brick Talk TV on our live stream today. Today is part 2 of our continuation of the 8080 build that we started last week. So if you missed that, it's actually live on the channel now, so you can play back and see how far we got. We actually got to build what looks like a sort of a grey dog. So we got this far last week. So this was the complete of box 1 out of 4 that you find inside the set. So today we're going to crack open box 2 and we're going to continue the build and try and get the whole box done today. We also built this little tool as well, which is used to adjust the legs into position, and we'll be using that, I'm sure, as we start putting the legs on. Reminder, there's no stream next week or the week after because I'm going on holiday, so there'll be a gap now between the build of the 8080, but we'll complete box 2 today and then pick up box 3 and 4 to finish it off in July, probably by the time I come back. And then we'll do Optimus Prime, and then we'll do Baby Groot as well as the next follow-up streams after that. So let's take a look at the box. This is the second box, just to show you on the main screen so you can see what we're going for today. We're going to start doing the legs, the bottom parts here, and we've also got a couple of little other units as well going on, I think, by the look of it. I think they're not greyed out. So we crack the box open, then start building the bottom parts of the legs. Here's the box. You can see it's box 2 because we've got the little icon at the top, and then you can kind of see there on the top of the box we've got a picture here. When all the boxes are stacked up inside the box, you get a feel for a picture, and then on the back you've got these nice snow footprints again. So let me just break the seal on this box and then we can take a look. There's an instruction book inside each box rather than one big massive instruction book, which I'm more used to. And in our last box there was only 4 sets of bags, so not too many. Again, we've got the paper envelope. It feels quite a thin book, imagine, because we're going to be quite a repetitive build today, building the legs, I'm guessing in the same way, but 4 times. So set number 7, 3 bags for that. bag number 5. So our next set of bags, number 6, another 5, 6, another 6, another 6, another 7, a couple more 5s, and a 7. So we've got 3 more sets of bags, 5, 6 and 7 to do today. So there's less sets of bags, but there seems to be more parts on my reckoning. So just put those back in the box. We'll take a look then at the instruction manual. I'll put my knife back in the drawer, so let's get that out. Crack the seal on this one. And as I said, this is quite a thin book this time. Not surprisingly. So it's quite thin. And we're going to concentrate, same on the box, just on the bottom parts of the legs. So I am expecting this just to be quite a repetitive build today. So apologies in advance. So you got some design details here about the legs. You can see some captions from the film when it collapsed. See a close up here of the bottom foot. Some of the techniques we can expect to see today as well. Talking about the new building techniques they've used here, particularly on the tool to position the legs. You can take a look at the legs a bit closer up. We've got the plaque there as well. I've also got Luke Skywalker dangling from the top. They give you a little suggestion here to hide your little tool that you built behind the plaque once we get there, and just shows you some techniques for adjusting the leg. And then you can see our build experience today. So set bag number 5 is actually all of the feet. Then 6 we're going to sort of do, I suppose, the ankles or the top of the foot. And then bag 7 is then the final extended part of each of the legs. So expect a lot of repetition today, but let's crack open the bag and take a look. Morning Brandon. The weather is nice here in the UK today. It's 22 degrees. We're expecting up to 31 degrees by Friday. So it's super hot, which was nice. It's also the staff Lego play day on Friday. My first one in a physical location. Last year we did a virtual one, but this year it was fun. See all of these, lots of pieces for this. Right, so to start us off then on the foot, and of course we're going to do this 4 times, so I'd maybe try and do all 4 at once. We start with a white 2x4, and then we're going to stick 2 of these angle pieces on top of each other like this, and then stick another plate coming off like this. And then we continue the pattern. Like so. You can see the foot starting to show up here. If we flip this over, then we stick our final 2x4 in the bottom there, and then we fill in these corner pieces here with these 3x3 wedge pieces. And you can see this kind of gives us the distinct foot shape. If we flip this over, we then get our 2x2 corner pieces, and we just stick these all the way around. So what I'll try and do is, as we get through 2 pages, before I flip the page over, I'll do the other 3 that we need to do as well. So you put these 2x2s all the way around. There's sort of the base of our foot. So let's just put that to the side, and let's build another one. Our 2x4. I've not seen it motorised yet, Brandon. It'd be interesting. I'll take a look, see what people have done to try to motorise it. It's take quite a bit of effort to motorise, to get all the 4 limbs moving. Finish this off here. Flip the foot over again. Finish off the 2x4s. These 2x2s all the way around, and then that's the base of our second foot, like so. Then our third foot. Make sure these are straight so it doesn't have a wonky foot. There's our third one, and then our final one. Wasn't sure whether they were going to do start us off with the legs in the next section, or whether we would start doing the top section. Wasn't sure, in case we need to press down and attach things, whether the legs would be strong enough. But they must be, because we're starting with the legs. So we'll just put these wedges in. And our 2x2s. All the way around. So that's our fourth foot. So then we've got the base. Next up we're going to put the toes on. So these are the parts here we're going to use for the toes, and these are going to just connect around these 2x2s like this. Just got 4 of these going all the way around. Then just to level up this bit here, we need to stick some 1x1 plates on top of our toes. Just do this all the way around. Like that. And then we have got these smaller wedges which will go on like this, and they're going to go back to back to create this kind of V shape. All the way round. get this pattern, and then we get one of these 6x6 circle plates, stick that then across the edge there, so we've got that right in the middle, and then we are going to put a sand green 2x2 round into the middle of that. Then we've got 4 1x2 tan plates to go around each point of the circle like that, and then we've got 2 studs showing here. What we're going to do here is we're going to put 2 downward facing blue bracket pieces connected by 1 stud just on there. And we'll do that all the way around. Like that, and then in here we've got an odd white stud showing up, and we're going to stick in a 1x1 and 1/3 of the 2 studs on the side at an angle in between our foot like this. So we've got 4 of those going around, just like this. Next up then we stick 4 2x3s coming off from each point in the circle like this, and then in the gaps here we stick another row of these white wedge pieces. Of course, you've got 2 studs here, just push that all the way around. Then before we finish on this page, we stick a 2x2 tan brick, round one, into the middle again, and we surround that with our 2x2s, corner bricks, all the way around. Like that. And that's another 8 steps on the foot. So we just got to repeat those steps now another 3 times. Start with the toes. Then we've got our 1x1s again, just to level up the toes. Then we have our wedges, create that V shape again. All the way around. Then we stick our 6x6 circle plate into the middle. Then we've got our other 2x2 sand green circle plate into the middle of that. And it's our 4 1x2 plates in tan. And then of course our blue downward facing brackets. Way around. Then we've got our 1x1 1/3 again, go into the corner at an angle, each of these, and our 2x3 plates jumping off. Then we finish with our wedges. Then we stick our tan 2x2 round brick in the middle, and then we'll surround that with our corner bricks. There's our second foot. Third set of toes. I think they're toes anyway. Might not technically be called toes, but they're toes to me. Then we'll stick the 1x1 plates on. Then we've got our wedges. Create our V shape all the way around. And then we got our 6x6 round plates in the middle. Stick our 1x2 tan plates all the way around. And our downward facing brackets. And then our 1x1 1/3 ones again into the diagonals. And we'll do our 2x3 plates. Then we'll fill in the gaps with the wedges. Then we'll stick our 2x2 tan brick again in the middle, and our corner bricks, and our 2x2s all the way around. Like that. That's our third one. Our final one on this set of steps. Toes. Our 1x1 plates. So that's nice and level now. And our last one, which is hiding somewhere. There it is. This goes on there, and then we've got our wedge pieces back to back again. And our last one was the last one, you can never see it. There it is. That one goes in like that. Then we've got our 6x6 circle plate, push that into the middle, sand green, and our 1x2s. Set of downward facing brackets. Like that, and then I'll 1x1 and 1/3 again, just into each diagonal. Then on 2x3 plates in yellow, just going off each point on the circle. Then we set another set of wedges next to those. One more wedge. Can't quite see the last white wedge. Ah, it's hiding in the 2x4s. Then we'll stick in the middle on 2x2 brick, and then we'll just surround that again with our corner 2x2s all the way round. There's our final foots. So next steps, we've got 6 upward facing brackets this time. 6. We've got a couple of the small upward facing brackets and 1 red upward facing bracket, and now we're just going to add more brackets just around the edge of the foot to give us a bit more height. So we start with the red one over here and put our yellow ones, smaller ones either side, and then all the way around the rest we're just going to stick other bracket pieces. All the way around like that, and then to secure those into place we get our 2x4 red bricks and just stick those behind each of the bracket sections to secure them to the foot a bit better, like this. And then where we've got the red piece at the front, the slightly smaller bracket, we'll get a 1x2 and we'll stick 2 of these curved pieces next to each other. So this is grey curved look, and then that goes across these blue parts of the bracket here in the middle like that. Then we get another 1x2, we get a downward facing dark bluish grey bracket and stick that onto the plate, and then onto the front of that upward facing we stick a ball joint 1x2 plate like this. That then gets turned on its side and goes onto the red bracket which we've put on just in the middle like that. Then we get a 2x8 with the Technic holes all the way through, and a couple of 2x4s in white and 1 and 2x3. 2x3 goes at the back, and then this 2x8 goes right away the front and connects to this ball joint part that we've just stuck up, and then the 2x4s just come off the centerpiece like this. So again, we've got to do that 4 more times now, 3 more times, sorry. Got our red bracket on, flanked with the yellow ones, then our 1x2 2 rows of stud brackets go all the way around the rest. Then our 2x4 bricks in red just go across the back. We get a 1x2 and 2 of these curved grey pieces. Stick that onto the front here. Then a 1x2 with a downward facing bracket, and we stick an upward facing ball joint onto the front of that. Upside down, stick that onto the front. And we've got our 2x8 Technic brick plate with Technic holes, goes across, 2x3 there, and then 2x4s coming out either side there. That's another one done. Next one then, with the red bracket, yellows on the side. And then these white brackets all the way around like this. Then we've got our 2x4s to connect the bracket pieces in. A 1x2 with these 2 curved pieces stuck together to go across our front section. And then another one with a downward facing bracket and our upward facing ball joints. Takes into the front there. Got our 2x8 with Technic holes in, 2x3, and then we'll stick our 2x4s coming off there. And our final one, and final set of 2x4s. I forgot to do my curved pieces in. And our final downward facing bracket and then ball joint plate. On the front there, then we stick our 2x8 with Technic holes and a few more plates going on there. That's our final foot there. Now this is, give it some focus. So now we've got this then, what we're going to do in the gaps here is we've got some larger black wedge pieces and they just go in each of these sort of corner areas. There's a foot like this now. Then we get a couple of 1x2s and a couple of 2x2 curved pieces like this, and we just stick the plate into the back there, and that's going to go either side onto those yellow brackets we had earlier. So it curves it round here. Then on the others, we're going to get a 2x3. We'll stick a curved 1x3 at the top, and then we'll stick a larger one, a 2x3 curved piece underneath, and we'll do 3 of those, and that forms the cladding that's going to go round the rest of our foot. So we've got those 3, and then we'll stick these around onto these white brackets which we've stuck on in the last section. We've got something like this. Now that's done, we're going to flip the foot upside down. I'm going to do some Technic bits. So we've got a Technic pin here with a cross end and a normal plug. We stick a gear through the plug end like this, and then there's a spacer piece in black that goes on, and then onto that spacer piece we stick a rubber tyre, and that sticks into the middle into our circle plate that we stuck on there earlier, so we end up with sort of this rubbery end here. You can see that now that's on, it allows you to spin it a little bit so it doesn't sit flush onto the table anymore. So let's just repeat that then with the other 3 pieces. I think this will probably also be the end of this set of bags. Parts are running out. Got 3 of these plates, stick these curved pieces on, and our 2x3. And a few more pieces. And we'll add this to our bracket pieces. Cover up the foot. Flip the foot upside down, and then we do our Technic pieces. Got a spacer in there. Stick our tyre onto that. Put that into the bottom. So there we go, there's another one. And our third foot. These curved pieces on again in the front. Then we'll do the larger cladding pieces. And then we'll stick these all the way around. Flip our foot over, and then it's our Technic pins. Put the spacer on, and then the tyre. And we'll stick that into the middle again as well. There's our third one and our final one, and this will be it for set of bag number 5, I think. Yeah, I think it's about all of the pieces. Start those on and then flip the foot over again, and then our final part to go into the foot. Stick our tile on that and stick that into the middle. So there we go, so that's the end of bag set number 5. Number 6, we're going to do the top of the foot here, and it's going to go into the bit which is going to connect to the actual leg, I think, itself. So let's crack open. Number 6 bags. More bag, large parts in. So let's start with the next step. So now we're going to build the bits that fill in these gaps that we've got, sort of all the diagonals. So we're going to need to build 4 of these. Of course, that means we're going to build 16 because it's 4 for each foot. So we start with a 1x3, stick a 2x3 onto it like this. And then take a 2x2 modified with studs, and we put a 1x1 just in here to level up our area. Then we put a 2x4 plate and a 1x4 plate on top. So it looks like this on the back. And then we stick some tiles on, so we've got a 1x3 in grey, light bluish grey, then a 2x3. And then we stick a 1x1 tile into the middle of our next row, and into the bottom bit here we stick a 1x3 as well, so it looks like this. Flip this over and we stick a 1x2 in the middle there, flip back again, and we'll have 2 1x2 curved pieces, pieces that just go then on here. So we end up with something like that, and we need to do 4 of those for each foot. So here we go. realise really that the legs are going to be quite repetitive. It didn't cross my mind. Flip it over, stick a 1x2 plate there, go back to the front and then stick our curved pieces on there and there. Number 3. Number 4, so if we bring in our foot, what we're trying to do then is position these into that bottom section there, so it's this curved look all the way around. It's a bit similar to the Saturn technique for getting a round look. That's kind of what our foot looks like. So got to do another set, another 4. Another one. And another one. One more for this foot. There we go, so that's that one. Let's put that on another foot. Let's put the 1x2 plate on there. Don't do that, then it doesn't stick. Stick that in like this. There we go, so that's all the way around again. And let's do another one. Another 4. Number 1. There we go, that's another one. Stick our 2x2 with the studs on the side, then our 1x1 plates to level it off. We'll stick a 1x3 tile into the bottom, we flip round, stick a 1x2 plate just in there, and then on top here, it's 2x4, 1x4. Stick a 1x3 tile, then a 2x3, and then we've got the single tile and our curved parts go in. There we go, and then one more for this leg, foot should I say. And then we've only got another 4 to do. There's another one. So put another foot back in. And that one there, so that's all the way around on that one. Abandoned the next episode for the Bricktown one. I had a bit of delay in getting some parts I needed for my traffic lights. So I'll try and do it before I go on holiday, but I'm not sure if I'll manage it. It depends if a couple of parts come to do one more set. So I've got 3 sets of traffic lights, different types. There's a couple of junction ones and then a normal just single crossing. I'm just waiting for a couple of the junction ones to turn up. If it turns up before I leave on Thursday, then I'll try and film it and upload it and edit it, etc. But I'll probably be cutting it fine, to be honest. So it'll probably be when I come back from holiday. so. We're nearly there. So I'll slow down now because the parts are getting less and less to pick up. Got the 1x2 jet in the back. Just quickly put these 1x2 plates into the back in these parts. Forgot to do that. And then we've got one more to build, and then all of our feet are done. For this step anyway. Just need one more curved piece. There it is. That, and a quick 1x2 in the back. And then our final foot, we can just plug these gaps. There we go, so that's the final one. So we've done all the way around now for all 4 of those. Keeping this one here, the next step we've got to put another 2x2 brick into the middle, and then we get a jumper tile in grey and one of these semicircle bricks. Stick it onto the jumper, try and make it level like this, and this goes just below the ball joint here in that fashion. And then on top here, just to curve the top of our foot, we've got 4 of these curved pieces that need to go around the edge. Like this. Then in the middle, we'll stick another 6x6 blue plate. Put that all the way around. And then we get these red sloped bricks back to back, 2 lots of these like that. That's the end of the next step, so let's do that for the rest. This jumper on the front, just underneath the ball joint, and then we stick our sloped curved pieces here all the way around. Help form the top of the foot. Then we'll stick our 6x6 circle piece in. Then our red sloped pieces just inside here, and on this side that's our other foot done. Our jumper tile in the front. Then we put these all the way around. 6x6 into the middle here. Then I'll soak the bricks back to the back. And our final one. 2x2 in the middle. We need our jumper. There's our semicircle one. Where's the jumper? Tile. There it is. So put those together. Blow this ball joint. Then we curve the top, and then we get 6x6, just like that. And then our final red pieces. Like that. Then what we do to build on this, we get 4 large macaronis in bluish grey, and then they go all the way around the foot, surrounding these red pieces and hiding the blue plate that we stuck on. Now they're on, we actually then cover them with macaroni tiles the same size, smooth out the top all the way around. Like that. Then this ball joint here is going to be sort of an arm extended from it, which is part of the mechanics that make the foot sort of move. So to do that, we get a 1x8 plate, bluish grey. We need a 1x6, and we need two of these ball joint feminine connectors. They go either end. So we just connect with one stud or two. Oh, wow, screw that across the room. It's alright, it's on Thor's hammer. I found it. Thanks, Thor. So yeah, one stud either end here. We stick a 1x6 into the middle for that, and then cover these up with a tile. So we've got a 1x6 and a 1x4 bluish grey tile. So we end up with something like this. If we bring back in our foot, that's just going to clip on it like that. That's it for this stage. Let's do the same for the next foot. So we've got our 4 macaroni bricks. All the way around. And our 4 tiles. All the way around. A 1x8. All joint there and there. Then we stick a 1x6 in the middle. 1x6 and a 1x4 tile goes on top. Smooth it out. Bring this back in again and connect that to the ball joint. And let's do another set of macaroni bricks. And tiles. All the way round, and then we'll do a connection again, 1x8, 1x6, and our 2 ball joint connectors, and then our 1x6 and 1x4 tiles on top. And our final one, this set of steps. There, all the way around. We'll do the 1x8, there's a 1x6. And then connect that as well. There's our final foot connection. Next up, just put that to the side. We need to get one of these 4-pin connectors. Through the middle of it, we stick a pin, grey pin, all the way down. With that down, then we stick 2 of these orange bucket pieces on the side. On that sort of shape. We stick 2 axle pieces part way in. Then we get our 11 length piece. We put 4 holes either side and push that all the way through to make something like this. Then we get 4 of these pieces, and 2 of those we stick 2 more axle pieces by the ends, and that one and in this one. That then feeds through, and then we connect the other set on the other side. The same on this side, and then we'll feed that all the way through too. To see if we need to do this 4 times, I imagine we do. So let's hold that thought. So we've got one like that, let's build another one before we flip the page. Just pin all the way through. Those on there, stick our axle pieces part way through, line up our lift arm here with 4 holes on the end. Then we've got 4 of these. Stick 2 more axles into these. Then these go through and then connect to the other ones, leaving a one hole either end. There's another one. Of course, we've got 4 of these to do. Woo, nearly. These all the way through. And we'll stick these pins in. And one more to go. going to be like the top part, not mechanise. So it gives the ankle joint, I think, for the foot. Push that all the way through. Then we've got 4 of these ways to stick 2 pins in. 2 axles, sorry, these are little axle pieces. They go through, capped on the other side, just like that. So that's our 4th one. Next up then we're going to extend these even further, so we get these, 2 of these pieces here. We also want 4 of the shorter of these pieces, 2 of these round spaces, and then 4 more axle pieces, and stick the axle pieces through one of these like that. Then we put on the spacer piece, and then we put on, feed that through 1/2 like that, and you do 2 of those. Put the axle into the 2 holes there. Oh, I failed already because I'm only supposed to put space on one of these. Then we've got our orange piece there. You can see I've done that wrong as well, so let's go that way around. So we've got something like that, and then we stick this through the hole that we've got left either end there, and then we stick the other 2 point in there. Do the same on the other end. So we end up with something that's like hinged like this, and then we can bring that together like this. And then in our foot, with this part sticking downwards, we can then stick this with the pin into the middle like that. And I suppose it's going to go like this at some point, but we leave it like that for now. So we'll do the same for the other feet. So let's stick our axles into these pieces. These spacers on one. Piece through like that. Same again. Stick our pin through the end, and then the other connector on that side. Same on this side. There we go again. And then for this one again, we'll stick the pin into the middle of that foot. Putting these parts in first. And our last piece. We've got a few more steps to go in this bag though. So stick the pins in, then our little spacer. Stick this onto there. Same with this one. Begin our final piece, and then just connect that on that side. Same on this side. And then this goes straight through the middle. So that's that. Now, our next set of steps. Across here in the middle, we're going to stick a 2x4 plate like that. Then we get two 2x2s, black, stick them together and stick them into the middle. Other side we've got downward facing green brackets which go either side. Then we get one of these curved bricks. We stick a 2x2 into the bottom. Then we stick another one onto that to form this kind of arch. Then we get two 1x2 plates, and we stick a couple of 1x1s with a stud on the side, back to back. That was like this. We do two of those. And these plug into one end either side like this. So we end up with something like that. Bring back this back in. We then just attach that into our bracket piece there. So that's that for this part. Let's just repeat that now. 2x4 in the middle, couple of 2x2s on top of each other in the middle, downward facing bracket, either side of that, and two of these curved bricks stuck together. And then a couple of 1x1s with stud on the side onto our 1x2 plate. Goes into the bottom there and there, and then we'll stick that around there. Our next one. That onto there, and then our final one is step. Of course we'll need to finish the curb bit around the other side as well. Connect onto this, which is probably going to be our next task, I reckon. So there we go, that's the last one of those. Then yeah, we get another 2 of these, connect them with a 2x2 in black, like this and like this. And then we're just going to connect them on the other side into those 1x1s that we've already put in position here to give us this full curved look. Then on top here we're going to stick one of these bone pieces, and that's our foot for now. So you can see it's all ready to be connected to the leg, and actually bag 7 then is connecting the leg part, or building the leg part. So we've just got to do the other 4 of these to finish our bag 6 off. And then we'll be on bag 7 to do our legs. There's that one. And our final dome, and then one more. Final part for bag 6. Bring this back in, put away the spacer there. Stick that on there, and then our little dome piece goes on top. That's it. So that's our. See, this is all going to connect together at some point when we get the leg in place, and we can actually have it all attached properly. And that's the end of our foot building. Now bag 7, you can see we're going to start doing this extended part of the leg, which will then hopefully clip into what we've already built in our last box. And I think I'm just checking whether we do these all 4 together as usual. Looks like it. So we've got to build empty bag 7 in. Our final bag set in this box. There's a lot of parts in this last sets of bags. I'm just going to move our feet out of the way. Give me some more room. Put those back in shortly. Quite a lot of Technic pins in this part as we get into the leg section again. Loads of parts, so many parts for this section I can barely put them on the table. There's still one more bag to empty out. Try and squeeze them all on. Leave that bag shut because it's just got the same parts in. Right, so to start us off, we've got these cog pieces again, which we saw in our last build. Just collect those inserts together. So we've got 4 of these to do. It's only step at the start here. And we do need to open this bag. I want to put these everywhere. We've got 4 of those, and we've got 4 of these upward facing, well, they're going to be upward facing pieces. We're going to stick our pin with our stud in into the end of that. So we'll do that for all 4. So it looks like this, and then if we flip this over, the first thing to do is to stick that into the middle circle. If I can do it, it's quite slippery. So I'm just going to stick that into the middle hole there, stick that in. That was a little tricky. See if the others are just as difficult. And last one. Ooh. Nearly had that one then. That one goes in there. So now we've got all of those in position. Then we have to get a grey pin. So 4 of these. Four of those. We've got 4. We've got 2 more of these. So we need 8 of these. 6 and 8. 8 of those. And then we've got 4 longer pins. And we've got 4 of these dark bluish grey pins with a cross section at the end. 2, 3 and 4. And to start off with, we'll stick this pin into this larger pin, a bit like we did on the last box. Then we'll stick 2 of these connectors all the way down. So we've got to make 4 of these. And our last one there. And now where we put this blue stud in here, we need to connect these into the other 2 holes like this. It's been a bit tricky. That one goes in like that. So now we've done all 4 of those. Now we need some red, longer red pins. So only 4 of these. we need 4 orange larger pins. We also need 4 of these magenta coloured pieces, and we need 8 of these connectors with a hole in the middle. 5, 6, 7, 8. And to start us off, a bit similar, we stick the red pin into the orange pin. This time we stick this double connector piece either side, and into it we plug this magenta piece into one end. That then plugs into the opposite side over here, like that. So we end up with something like this. So do that 4 more times. It really matters what colour goes what side, but I'm going to follow the instructions just in case. Stick that into the end, stick that into there, and our last one. And that sticks in like that. Then we get two of these 11 length bricks, so we need 2 for each. So we need 8 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then these just connect into the pins that we've got sticking out here, all the way down each side, like that. That side, and then this one down this side, like that. Then we need to flip this over onto this side, and then down here we're going to stick 4 Technic pins into each of these sort of 4 holes that are at the bottom here. So we end up with those 4 Technic pins there. So do that for each of the legs. Another one. And one more. 2, 3, and 4. So now we've got all those Technic pins there. What we're going to do now is we get this H-shaped piece. We've got 4 of those, 1 for each leg. And we need the large orange pins. We need 1 for each leg again, so 4 of these. Then we're going to stick this orange pin into this centre circle piece here, part way in, not all the way through, so we don't want it to pop out the other side, just that far in. And then this H-shaped piece goes and covers those Technic pins that we've just put on here. here to end up with something like this. So let's do the other 4. Another one. There's our 3rd one, and our final one. Goes on like that. Then we need another 2 of these orange pins. So we need 8 altogether for 4 legs. 6, 8. You then need 2 of these blue Technic pins with the cross section at one end for each. That's another 8. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we'll stick these blue pins into the end of these orange pins. Need to do that for all our legs. Let's just do that. And our final one. And then we're going to stick these into our H-shaped piece that we just stuck in. And we stick 2 of them in facing that way with a hole, one whole gap in between there like that. So let's do that to the other ones. Plug those all in. So we've ended up with 4 of these. Next up we need these little green connectors here, so we need 8 of these, 2 for each leg. 6, 9, 8. We need another 2 orange pins for each leg, again, so another 8 of these. 4, 7, 8, and we need 2 of these red pins for each leg, so 8 of these. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. Again, we stick these red pins into these orange pins, and then we'll stick this green piece as far as we can on the red piece. So that's, we need 8 of these. Let's just build these quickly, and we'll stick them into our leg piece. And the last one. And then what we do is we stick these new pieces into the bottom 2 holes here, and this green piece is also going to connect to these top orange pins. So let's connect it to the orange pin first, and then we'll push it all the way through so it looks like that. And we've got 2 of these next to each other, so we end up with something like this. Let's just repeat that for the other legs. So there we go. There's our 4 legs now with the extra Technic pins. Then we need 4 of these square pieces. Technic picks 4, and then we're going to stick 4 Technic pins with the studs into each one, and we'll stick them into each hole on the side with a gap in the middle, so like this. Do that on both sides for each to start with. This other side, and our last one. There we go. And now this piece we bring back in what we're doing with our leg. It's going to fit over the top of this wheel piece that we've already got, like this. And where we have this orange pin which we didn't push through, we're just going to push it all the way through, so now it's connected on the bottom there. So do that for our other legs as well, all the way down like that. So they're all connected now. Then into the top we've got this 5 length long reddish brown pin. So we've got 4 of these, 1 for each, and this actually sticks in the top part of the leg and pushes into the orange pin. So we do that 4 times just to make sure our square is fully connected to the leg. Can't come off now, so it's fully there. With that done, then we get another 4 square pieces, 1 for each leg, like this, and we're going to stick a variety of pins in. So at the top we're going to stick these longer length blue pins into the top corner. Do that for each of these. Then we've got longer pins again, but in tan this time, and they're going to go into the next set of holes. And our final one goes in there, and then in the bottom holes we're going to stick this pin with the shorter pin end and the cross end, and that's going to go into the bottom 2 corners of each. Do that on the last one, and that's that now. So these are all nicely pinned up, ready to go. And what we're going to stick on these are, we've got 4 of these yellow H-shaped pieces to start with, and they're going to go in the top blue pins all the way through like that. Like so. Then we've got some grey wheels, some of these wheels here, so we've got 2 of those going into each one, so about 8 of these. And they're going to go onto these tan coloured pins. pushed all the way through. This, and then in our bottom 2 pins we're going to actually put these Technic gear pieces, again 2 for each, so we need 8 of these. And these just slot into these pins at the bottom. All the way down like this, so we end up with something like that. Then what we do with these is we get another 4 of these square pieces. There's 1, there's 2, 3 and 4, and we stick this on top of what we've got here to make something like that. Do that. Do that some more times. Snap my finger while I'm doing it. So they're all on there like that. Next up we've got one of these pieces. I've never come across one of these pieces before, but like a hollow piece like that. So we've got 4 of these, 1 for each. And these go into the bottom here, part way, not all the way through, into each of these pieces, like that. Meanwhile we get another 4 of these magenta pieces. Just put these leg parts to the side a moment. 4 more of these, and then to the bottom of those we're going to stick these Technic pins, these longer ones. Put the shorter end in first, and then we're going to push these 1x3 pieces all the way down. So we've got 2 of those. So end up with something like that. So another 3 of those. More. Now we've done those, what we do is this is going to go into the centre piece here. And we'll stick this, push the grey piece all the way through to hold that in position there. So we do the same for the other parts. Stick the grey pin through. All the way like that. Then we flip these over, so we get the hollow part upwards, like this. And we bring in the pieces we've already done. And I believe these then just look like they just connect together via the orange pins. So there's those connected now. So we do that again, so these orange pins go into the way into here. There's that one, and then our final one all the way like that. So there's our legs forming a bit more, and then we get 4 normal standard sort of Technic pins, and we're going to stick these into here and here. So there's 4 for each leg. Last one. And that one like that. So now we've got all of those with the pins in. Then onto those pins we're going to stick these 1x4 Technic bricks with the 3 holes in, with the studs outwards, so they just go on with the studs facing outwards from there. So 2 for each leg. This, nearly. Right, so they're all in there now. So what we've got to do finally here is along the side here we're going to put 7 more of these blue Technic pins with studs on going across. So we'll do 7 for each leg. We'll do the other side of the leg shortly. First we're going to do this, and then we're going to stick some cladding around the outside to give the leg its sort of look. There's one. And another 7 here. Our next one. And our final one on this side. Cool, so studs all on now. Slide the legs to the side for a moment, and we'll start doing sort of the cladding that's going to go down that side now. We'll just put the pins. So we start with one of these 1x1s, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 1x12s. Then stick a 2x4 here with the 4 stud showing. You flip that over, you stick a 2x3 and the reddish brown corner plate into the bottom. On the other side, then we stick a 2x3 tile coming down like that. Let's just do that now again 4 more times. I'm hoping right in doing this 4 times, we'll find out in a minute. Imagine all the legs are the same. And then a 2x3 again. And then our final one. And we put a 1x, oh I see, no, we do that 1x2, and we stick a 1x2 with a slider on, so we can focus, 1x2 with a slider on there, and then onto that we'll stick a 1x2 tile, like that. One of these slider pieces to get onto the bottom. Then we've got a 1x2 again. Then we get a 1x3 plate, if I can find one. So we need 4 of these, 1 for each leg. Then we get a 1x2 45-degree sloped piece and stick that on the 1x3. And then we've got a longer 1x3 sloped piece. Just goes onto that 1 stud overhang, and that then clips to this 2 stud that's left over here. So we've got to do that again. Like this, and then next to that we'll get 4 1x6 plates, 2, 3, 4, and do a similar thing. We'll stick a 1x2 slopes on it, and then a 1x3 back to back with it. But this time we'll click the 1 stud underneath where we had the gap there. Show you where we've got that corner plate earlier, we'll just stick that 1 stud connection onto that. Do that for the other leg. Ooh. And then last one. Like that. So our 4 legs are looking at the moment. Then we're going to need 4 1x2 plates, and also 4 1x3 plates, and then we've got 4 of these curved plates. Stick the 1x2 into the bottom of this curved plate, and then stick the 1x3x2 studs into there. That is then getting connected down the bottom here. So let's do that some more times for these 3 studs that stick over. Just stick that on there. And our final one like that. That's kind of what our cladding's looking like. Then if we bring back in our legs, then this will go along here. Like that down the side of the leg. Start with pushing these on. That's there like that. Just let it connect properly on this one. The tactic here is to connect the middle bit first, and then these blue pieces just pop on when you need them. That's the other one. Let's do that again. And our final one. So there we go, so that's the cladding on that side of the leg. And if we go around the other side again, we've got to now stick 7 of our Technic pins with the studs on, so we can put the cladding on the other side of the leg. Here. And then our final one. So just putting 4 down here. And then we'll run 3 more up this top bit here. Ooh, 1, 2, and then 1 more at the top, like that. So there's all of our studs now for that side. So just move the legs out of the way again, because we've got to do the cladding for the other side. So like the others, we start with a 1x12, and we also start with 2x4 with the studs on, sorry, 3x4, leave 2 studs at the end, and this is exactly the same approach here for this part. We've got a 1x3 with a 1x2 slopes and 1x3 slopes again, and that just sticks into the top. So this is exactly the same approach, but mirror imaged, of course. Look at the side of the leg. Let's just do these quickly. We need our 2x3 tiles. There's one. Now I can't see the other 2x3 tiles. Where are you? Should be there. Yeah. There's one. Stick that on there, and we put our 1x2 slider underneath, and our 1x2. And then we need one more. There it is. Same thing again. 2x3 there. 1x2 with a slider on and a 1x2. And then we need 3 1x3s. Stick the 1x2 slopes on. 1x3 slopes. Attach that to the top. There's one. There's two. One more. Like that. So there's that side. Then we've got 4 1x6s again. Gonna stick the 1x3 sloped pieces on, leaving a 2 stud gap at the top. Then we just need one more 1x3, which we've got here. And then of course that just then connects onto the other side here. And then to finish off the bottom of the leg, we do what we did last time. We get 4 of these curved pieces. And we'll stick a 1x2 plate into the middle to level it off. And then we get a 1x3 plate, stick that into the bottom with a 1 stud overlap. There, one more. And then we connect that to the bottom. That's our other side cladding bit done now. So if we bring back in our leg, we can hopefully just pop those into place there. So that's kind of what our leg looks like now. Both the side cladding bits are done. Just do the same for the others. Same there as well. And there, and our last one. Popped in there as well. So that's that done. Push these to the side again, and if we flip it over, so we've got these magenta side pieces here. What we're going to do next is we're going to stick one of these Technic pins with a cross end and a Technic plug into the middle of this magenta piece here, so the cross end is sticking upwards here, and then we'll stick 5 more Technic pins with the stud sticking up, one into the center of that magenta piece, and then 2 there, and then 2 either side of this piece we just stuck in. So that's 5 more added onto that side. Let's do the same with these. There. Stick our pins with our studs on. And then on this leg, like that. So put the legs to the side again, and we'll do one of the side claddings now. So we start with a 6x6 round grey piece. We'll stick a 2x2 jumper slap bang into the middle there, and then we've got a 2x6 tile which comes down from there, then a 1x6 plate goes across, and then we've got a 6x6 square which goes into there. So let's just do that 4 times again, 3 more times. Stick our 6x6 into the bottom there, and one more time. Get our circle piece. Find a jumper tile. Down to the middle. 2x6 tile, 1x6 plate, and then a 6x6 plate. We've got all those now. Look like human heads. Then we need one of these 2x6s with these sort of Technic holes through it. So we need one of those for each leg, so 4 of those. And we also need another jumper tile for each leg too, and we stick a jumper at the end of the tile, and then after that we stick the 2x6 in. So jumper goes on there, and our plates. So I'll do that for all 4, like this. Then we get 2 3x3 plates for each leg. We need 8 of these. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we also need another set of the 2x6 with the holes in, one for each leg. So just 4. 3, and where's the other one? There it is. And then what we do is we stick our 2x6 with Technic holes in first, so it's in there, and then after that we stick our 3x3s next to each other, like that. We bend it up, something like this. Just repeat that for the other legs. So our 2x6 goes on first, then our 3x3s, and end up with something like this. It's like taller humans. Then we want our 1x5s, so there's 2 of those for each leg. So we've got 8 of these in black. We have got 2 of these wedge pieces. We've got 1 for each leg, facing in different directions. 4 in that direction, 4 in the other, and then we've got on each leg 2 cutaway wedges. So you've got 2 of those on each leg, so that's 8 we need. Five, 6, 7, and 1 more. 8. So what we do is then start with, we put the 1x5 down this end piece here, either side of the 2x6 we stuck on a minute ago. And at the bottom we have the wedge piece cut away. It comes up from the bottom, and then that's met with the other wedge piece either side to give us this kind of look. And we do the same on each one again. another one. That one, and our final one. Just like that. So then we flip these over, and on each one we get two 1x2 plates. So let's just get 8 of these. 5, 6, 7, 8, and these just go onto these end pieces here, joining the two wedges together underneath. Give them a bit more security, I guess. Then we flip back over again. Let's flip them all, and this time we're going to get one of these pieces for each leg, for all of these. We've got 2 double cheese wedges and 2 circle tiles on each leg, so I need 8 circle tiles. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then we need the double cheese wedges as well, which I can't see anywhere. There we are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I need one more. Where is it? Three, 4, 6, 7. Make sure I didn't leave it in the bag. Definitely not in the bag. It's on the table somewhere. Let's come back to it in a sec. And then what we'll do is we stick this roof piece here, and we'll stick that firstly into the bottom here. Then we'll flank that with these double cheese wedges. So we're covering up with black 1x5s here, and then we stick our circle tiles onto our jumper tile. So we've got something like this. Do the other legs. And our final one. Once we've done this, we can stick this onto the leg itself. Just need to find this other double cheese wedge. There it is, found it. There we go. So now we bring back in our leg where we've got the pin sticking up, and this then fits over. Stick that through the hole here, so the pin comes through, and then we just clip that into those studs we stuck on. So that's the one side of the foot, the leg even. Let's do that for the others. Another one. And another one. And another one. So that's all the legs there. What we're going to do next is over that pin that's sticking through, we're going to stick a 2x2 round plate, make sure that goes through the pin and pushes into place. Do that on each of our legs. So one more to go. Then with that in place, we'll stick one of these connector pieces through it. Three and one more. Then into the end of those connector pieces, we're going to stick a microphone piece into the end. And the last one like that. So from the side it kind of looks like that. Now if we just put the legs to the side, if you remember the feet we built earlier, bring those back in. We're now going to connect the leg to the foot. So with this microphone piece that we've just attached, that's going to connect to the end of this piece here. Let's do that to start with, like that. We then get this piece here lined up with these here. By the look of it. And on the inside, what you've got to try and do here is, if I just show you from the side, we line up these curved pieces that we've just pushed inside into this sort of look here. And I'm guessing we'll stick a pin in, and then we stick one of these ball joint sort of pins then in here to connect those pieces together, and that allows you then to move that, because that ball's there stopping it from moving any further than that, so that gives you an option to position it so it looks like that. And you can see the cogs there, the black cogs turning, it's running around that circle piece. So that's the leg there, you can see standing up. So I just got to do that for the other legs. Just bring them back in, again connect the ball joint there, and these two circle pieces, those two pieces together, and then we'll plug it that piece, and there's the other one. That's another leg done. Set the ball joint on. This time I'll try and show you from the side. Just put that in there, push that circle piece through, and this one, and then you can see they meet in the middle there. Push that all the way through. That's that one done. And our final one. There. That's the final one. So that's that final part there. So now we've got to do obviously the cladding on the inside here to cover up all of these Technic bits. That's our next job. So start with a 6x6. So of course 4 of those, one for each leg. We're then going to add on a 4x4 plate and a 1x2 just like this into the middle section for each one. This will probably be the one of the last things to do today, apart from probably attaching the legs together. So 4x4 there, and then a 1x2 like that. Then we've got two more cutaway pieces for each. And then we've got these larger wedges too, which we need one in each direction for each leg. So there's 4 of those. Four of them, and 1, 2, 4, 6. We need 2 more of these cutaway ones. There's 1, there's 2, and then with these we'll stick the cutaway pieces at the top, like this and like this. Then we'll flip our other wedges upside down like this to create something that looks like that. Do the same now for each of these. Right way round. Do it. Then flip them upside down, and then we'll put the 1x2s just to connect the 2 wedges again like we did on the other one. There and there. Then flip them back over again. What we'll do is we're going to get some 1x8 tiles and just stick them in where these 2 studs are showing. Just put these all the way down like this. And then to connect these, we'll stick 2 of these 3x4s next to each other, with the studs connected to the tile. Do that on the other ones. Finish off there, and then we need a 1x6 for each leg. And then we've got these wedges here, again 1 in each direction for each leg, so 4 in each. And we'll stick a 1x6 across then, just across there, and then we'll stick these pieces like this to make this V shape. There and there. And this on this one. Then we need 4 2x2 tiles, just normal ones, no jumpers, and then to the bottom of those we'll stick a 1x2 tan plate onto the studs. And then we stick that in the middle here. We've got these 2 studs showing through from the 1x6, just click that on there. There we go. Next up we get 2 of these big circle tiles, so there's 2 for each leg. And we need 2 1x1 rounds with the holes through for each. We need 8 of those, 2, 4, 6, 8. And then it just starts to decorate. So we stick these large tiles at the end of these 1x8s next to each other. And then these grey pieces go, I think it's about there. Is that right? No, not like that. Go between the studs in the middle, like that. There we go, so that's that. Then again we get another 4 1x2 plates and another 4 2x2 tiles, and do what we did before and stick the plates into the tile. No we don't, I'm looking at the wrong section. Hold that dot, now we've got that, we get the leg back in. So here's our current leg, and turning it sort of upside down, this then goes into position about here. But what I have missed out, of course, is putting in the stud pieces. I missed that back here. We've got to put some studs in here so that we can attach. Somewhere I've missed that step. Let's just put them in now. Otherwise, the cladding is not going to stick. So we've got 4 going in the top up here. And we've got 1 in the middle of these tan bricks. And then 2 just in there. We'll just do that for the other legs while I'm here. And we'll stick the cladding on. And the next one. last one. Cool, now that's in place. Let's put the cladding in. So from the bottom here, we're going to have this bulgy area here. And connect on just like that. So that's the inside of the leg there now. So just got to do that again for the others. There's our other one in position. And another one, and then our final one. Goes on like that. So there we are. Next up then, just to cover up this section, we've got to build 4 more things. So we get 2 6x6 circle pieces and stick them together. So let's do that 4 times. And we're getting towards connecting this piece, or these legs, to the piece we built in our first set of bags. In the middle we're going to stick 2x2 jumper tile. That's going to be flanked by some 1x2 tiles like this. And then onto the jumper tile, we've got some 1x1 round tiles just to stick in. So with those 4 things then, if we bring back in our leg, we can then attach this like this way, hopefully somewhere. That's it. So that now then connects onto there. You can see that rotates round. So that's that cladded. Let's do the same for the rest. There's the other one. And the other one. And our last one goes on like that. So that's all the legs connected. Now you can see here, you're going to have to connect these the part we built last week. It's going to be tricky to show you this on the top down camera, but we'll give it a go. And then we're going to finish off then following the cladding to cover up so that legs look connected. So this is going to be a tricky one. This is the outside of the leg. And this of course is what we built last week, so I think probably best to stick it on its side. And then we've got these, you can't really see here, we've got these orange pins and we've got these holes here, and we're going to connect them by plugging them into there, I believe. Do the same on this back leg. It's a little tricky because I don't want to like it. You see this as the leg falls off. Of course, these are a little fragile because they're not tiled in yet, so they're only being held in by the pins at the moment, which will be the strongest. Let's just get the last one in. See the height of this thing? I'll just go to main camera so it's easy to see. This is kind of what we've got. You can see the size of it. Certainly has got taller. I didn't think it was going to be that big the other day when we was building it. So now we've got to add some cladding into the side down here. We've got these blue pins you can see. So to do that we're going to get, I don't really want to move it, you've got 8 1x12 plates, so we'll get 8 of those, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then all we're going to do is we're going to get 8 curved pieces like this, and we're going to stick the 1x2 plates into the bottom to smooth it off. So we'll do 8 of those. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. And then on our 1x12 with a 1 stud gap at the top, we just stick these curved pieces on. So I'm just going to do that this 8 times. So we end up with something like this, and then how does it go on? It goes on, so from downwards position where we got these studs here you can see showing, we just clip that into some of the blue studs we've already got showing like that. So I need to do that 8 times. Need to wiggle the legs a little bit just to position these up, and they go of course on the front and the back on the outer side. Yeah, and on here. Where have I missed? Over here. So that's that connected now on each of them, and then we need 8 of these 3x4s. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and these are going to go. Make sure I get these in the right place. Just under here where we've got these curved pieces. I'm going to stick them at the tops of those pieces. This one doesn't want to go in for some reason. That needs to move up. jiggling this about a bit because its studs weren't quite lined up. So on the outside, on the inside though, I have some stud alignment issues. Out slightly. I just need to line that up. Is that right? Let's have a look. So there's definitely an indent at the top like that. That needs to be there. That's it. Just need a little tweak of these positionings on this cladding, I think. Wasn't quite lined up where it needed to be, he says, and he snaps it to death. That should be about there. It goes on there. Spin this around, do my little alignment. Goes on there, and then the last bit I need to do here. One of these, stick that one on there like that. So that should be a bit better, hopefully. And then I'll just slide this, try and slide this to the side, and go to zoom mode quick. The last bit of this bag, and then it says to jump to book 3 to finish the legs up, I think. So we'll do up to here and then we'll see where we're at. So we start with a 1x2 in tan, and we stick a 2x2 tile there, and it's a 1x6 plate, and then we stick a 1x8 tile either side. Then from there we'll stick our 4x3, and we'll stick our angle pieces, and we create 4 of these pieces essentially. So let's just do another one. And then this is going to be it. Goes there, and then more of those. There's another one. do the V at the top. There's another one, and then our last one. Somewhere, I'm not sure where, I lost a 4x3. And I was doing this side bit. I've got that one there, that one there, there. Where did it go? Somewhere I lost a 3x2, so we've got a gap on this one at the moment, but let's see if it, oh hang on, here it is, got it, panic over, go back to the main screen. This is where we're going to cover up these parts here now, this cladding piece. Let's just get that into the right place and then just clip that on there. Same on this side. So that's that leg done. Move it round. That side, and then our last leg at the back. Put that on there. And that's the end of our box 2. So you can see we've got the legs all on now. And of course you can position these with the little tool that we've got, but we won't do that today. And we'll continue the rest, obviously building the top bit and the head in our future streams. So that's going to be it for the end of today. We managed to do quite a bit today. We've got all 4 legs on now. We've got the body sort of base ready to go. And as I said earlier, I'll be back in 2 weeks to do the next stream for this. So watch out for that. I think it's the 2nd of July around then. It's already on the channel, so check that out. If you enjoyed this stream, do hit that like button as it helps us grow. And also hit subscribe if you want to be notified about the future episodes, which are already on there. So you can be notified when we go live if you put the notification button on. There'll be some more updates coming to the channel as well, possibly after I come back from holiday now. It depends if I get time. But hopefully you're enjoying the content. If you do, just let me know. The community tab is always open. And join me next time. We'll be opening box 3 and we'll either be doing, I'm guessing we'll be doing the body next, so stay tuned for that. And whatever you're doing this Sunday, have a great weekend and I'll see you after my holiday in a couple of weeks. See you then.